Now let's program. We enter recipe page. Then we can see here there's a serial number, processing speed, axis number. For your machine, we don't need to change because Olin has one axis. Knife number, axis the axis start point, slot depth, slot width. So first we need to input the height, the material height. Here is 46.5 millimeter. Enter. Okay, now we can see the profile. Then we need to select the knife number. Here there's a red word. For this machine, it means spin axis 1. The upper cutter or knife thickness is 6 millimeter. The lower knife thickness of axis 1 is 3 millimeter. And the upper knife of axis 2 thickness is 20 millimeter. And the lower knife of axis 2 is 6 millimeter. Okay. So for your machine, only has one axis, and the upper knife thickness is 6 millimeter, and the lower is 3 millimeter. Please note. So now let's input. First, according to your drawing, let's check. Upper flat knife, we press again. Lower flat knife, again standing knife, because the machine, the axis, the motor can turn over from vertical to horizontal. So when we do that, the lower knife will be standing like vertically. So this is the standing knife means that. So for your profile, we can use the upper flat knife, which is 6 millimeter in thickness. According to your file, the profile, the lowest, there are 3 slots actually. For the lowest one, we can see the slot width is 4 millimeter, but we only have a 6 millimeter and 3 millimeter. How to do that? We have to use a 6 millimeter, okay? Because if we do it with 3 millimeter, we have to do twice. So we will select 6 millimeter for the lowest. From bottom to top, the first one is 4 millimeter in slot width is 4 millimeter. So here we will use a upper flat knife. The axis start point is 4 millimeter. Slot depth is 19 millimeter. Slot width is 4 millimeter, but as the knife thickness is 6 millimeter, here we have to input 6 millimeter. Okay, so now we can see we have the first slot. Then the second, the slot in the middle, we can use, because for the slot in the middle, the slot width is 3.7 millimeters. So we cannot use the 6 millimeter knife because it's too thick. We have to use the 3 millimeter. 3 millimeter cutter is the lower knife. So we'll select the lower flat knife. So the axis start point is 25.2 millimeter plus 3.7. It will be 28.9. 28.9 millimeter. Slot depth is 4.9. 4.9. And the slot width is 3.7. Here, use with a 3 millimeter cutter. For it will do twice to finish 3.7. Okay. Then the last slot, which is the upper one, is the same with the middle one. Is so we will also use the lower flat knife. The axis start point will be 46.5. Then slot depth same 4.9. Slot width the same 3.7. Okay. Now you can see this shape is the same with the drawing, right? So now let's save recipe. Oh, sorry. Firstly, we need to name it. Havana. Okay. The touch screen is not very sensitive, so we have done all the data input. So let's save recipe. Okay. Now we can check it from the project view. Recipe 2. 38, right? We can now when we press it, it will jump to the page production. Let's check. So we have all data here. So now we need to the machine was not connected to the compressed air because it's too noisy, so I shut it down. So for your machine, it should be the clamp should be at the top position. So you will load the profile pieces here, then press the press button. So it will press the profile. Then we start the motor. It will finish the job. Okay.